Alright, good morning everyone. Welcome back to Danksco Traders Hub. Happy New Year 2026. Yeah, we last had a session last year. Yeah, so it took us it's been a whole year. So it's a joke, guys. So it's been about 2-3 days since we last had a session, and now we last started 2025. We are in 2026. Happy New Year once again. So as usual, you guys know the drill. We get started with the prayer, and then later we get into with the analysis. Happy New Year, Julius. Happy New Year, you the guys that are already joining us. Happy New Year, guys. The Danksco Traders family. I'm happy to be back in 2026. Hopefully, just like I told you yesterday with the card I shared on the groups and in the community, the WhatsApp community channel, I hope you guys, I'm hoping that 2026 is going to be a year for consistency of more wins like never before. So hopefully we're going to see that. Happy New Year to Lucy. Okay, so let's pray and get started. Father, we say thank you for 2025, the past year, the things that you taught us, the things that we went through, the things that we were able to accomplish, and the consistency to stay at doing the live streams for that long that we did, Lord. We are saying thank you for 2025, and now that we've started 2026, today is the 2nd of January 2026. We are saying thank you for bringing us into 2026, and we are dedicating it to you, Lord. And we are saying we know that you're giving us more consistency and more wins in this very year. We know that you're going to do us good this very year. We are not afraid of anything. We are waiting for the harvest. Thank you, Lord, for what you're about to do in our lives, in our families, in our trading career, and even as a community here on YouTube. We are saying thank you. Thank you for today's profits that we're about to make, and thank you for the entries and exits that you are revealing unto us as we go on throughout the day and throughout the rest of the year. We give you praise, we give you all the honor. In Jesus' name we've prayed. Amen. Amen. Good morning, Levy. Happy New Year. All right, so guys, just a quick thing. I want to remind you that we are just remaining with today and tomorrow for the offer I told you about, the holiday makers offer to expire. So you have today and tomorrow to do that. So I'll be talking about it at the end of today's session. But without any further ado, we are a bit late. Without any further ado, let's start today's session, of course, as usual, with Crush 500. All right, so Crush 500. I still have a sale entry. We had a sale entry for the VIP. No, we missed a sale entry for the VIP signals on was it Wednesday? Yeah, we missed a signal, perfect entry for us, but I later entered. I think that was I think late night that day, Wednesday. I still entered and held up. I didn't even put a stop loss. Up to now I haven't put a stop loss because we are still very bearish. Remember, this was the analysis. Those who are here for the Wednesday analysis, I've not put a stop loss because this is still very bearish. That's why I have not yet put a stop loss. Of course, we first made some money here, then pulled back, so it's been playing games back and forth below my entry and above my entry, but apparently we are in some small profits right there. The previous H4 was a sell candle. The current one is sort of going to close as a doji, which is something crazy considering how price has been held up right here. So I think I have to first close this entry because of what I'm seeing here. Okay, why is it not closing? Okay, so I've just closed that entry. Reason being, price is failing to break this level. According to H4, this level is coming all the way from this OB right there. Price is failing to break that OB right there, so I cannot do anything right here if I don't go to let's first go to daily time frame. What are we seeing? Daily, we need sells. We even have a signal from CCI and even a perfect entry according to daily time frame, because price is below our 10 MA and today started as a perfect sell day. So if we now go to weekly, we are still looking for buys. Remember that we haven't reached this level yet. That is the general trend. The reason why we are looking for a sell is we wanted price to react all the way to this fair value gap or to the breaker broke here when it broke structure to continue with buys. That's why we are looking for these sells. So H4 daily time frame, we are looking for sells. And now that we know H4 is still looking for sells, but with that kind of low momentum is quite tricky. I can't do anything on H4. I can only go back to H1 and try to make sense of the current price. So let me delete these for now, and now I want to see what is happening here. So according to H1, we are still very bearish. This is what we saw. This is what I can see right now, what market has been doing right there. So clearly that is a downtrend move right there, but it is failing to break this support right here. It is failing to break this support. In fact, this is the support right about there according to H1 right there. It is failing to break that right there. So if it is failing to break it, how are we going to sell it? Yet the major momentum, the trend, the general trend is a downtrend as we speak, and we know it has to break, continuing all the way down below there. So how are we going to trade this? This is on H1, all right. H1, the signal coming in from CCI is buys. If I go to M15, signal coming in from M15 also is buys. So apparently we cannot do anything but look for buys and wait for M15 to be ready to sell. But from what I've just seen on M15 and H4, I'm not going to look for any buys. I'm actually going to look for sells, and I will enter sells, I believe, immediately after price breaks this H1 OB support level right there. Remember what we've been seeing, all this, look at this, all this has been showing us sells. This was a flag right there. It was showing us continuation of sells. Yep, it hit the TP right there perfectly. These are previous days. Those who remember, I think this was even Wednesday. It hit the TP perfectly right there. This is where I told you I missed the entry. This is where I missed the entry for this perfect sell to hit the TP. I was unable to enter that, but then it hit the target perfectly and then started to consolidate again, and then gave us another sort of like a flag again, and now it is consolidating after breakout. This would have been our perfect entry early morning right there. This would have been a perfect entry early morning, but now it has pulled back to give us that, and you can see it closed with that kind of rejection coming in from sellers right there. And the problem is the current H1 candle that you're seeing there. It is having a long wick and it's almost going to close as a doji. Now if we go to H4 and zoom in, clearly this one is going to close as a doji candle. We have about 3 minutes to close this candle, this H4 candle, and start a new H4 candle. I believe I can enter immediately after this candle closes. Yes, price will be below my 10 MA, and it would have, this was a breakout right there, and this was a sell, and now a doji, meaning it will be following this move after the breakout, this candle after the breakout. So whatever I do, it has to be following sells, not buys. All right, but I can only do that if price is below my 10 MA on M15. Remember, that is what I normally consider for my entry, the last point, the last bit of our confirmation. I always consider 10 MA. I always consider 10 MA. Now this is M15. M15, I see these two. M15, I'm seeing these two right there. Right there. Okay, price reacted to that. Everything that we are seeing is pointing towards sells. Whatever we are seeing currently is pointing towards sells. The only problem is the support. It's failing to break this support. Now to get the momentum, enough momentum to break this support, may not be now, or it can be now. That's not us to determine. What we can do, however, to be on a safer side, what I can tell you guys is, if you want to sell this asset right now, you better sell it below this support. That's what I can tell you. I can't tell you to sell it now because the new H4 has just started, and you can see the previous M15 candle closed as a Malibuzu candle right there. If I can drop this, that is without a wick, you can see it has closed as a Malibuzu candle right there. So you cannot afford to sell now. It means the price is going to continue buying. According to M15, it's going to continue buying, and once it continues to buy, in fact, look at this, let me show you this. This was sort of like a change of character according to M15. If we are now considering SMC, that is your change of character on M15. And now price gave you a high, it has come to take liquidity down here, and now it has given you a Malibuzu candle to show you that it is still strongly going to buy. I don't know up to where. We can probably look at that kind of level all the way right there on M15, price to go there again, and then maybe probably from there we get to sell. probably from there we get to sell. But apparently I'm not going to enter any buys or any sells, even though I've seen this Malibuzu candle, and I know that it's going to continue buying. I cannot enter buys. I can rather wait, because H4 is strongly looking for sales, even though we have low momentum. So I can only wait for sales down below this level, this support level right here. So having seen all this, I decide to delete this and wait. And be patient for the sales. We'll be patient for the sales. Alright, so that's it on Crash 500. The buy is on all the way, either up there, but you have your first TP right here, right onto this high. That is your first TP. So for scalpers, you have a go ahead to enter your buys, but knowing that your stop loss is going to be very tight below this Malibuzu candle, not even down below here, but here you have to make it tight. If you enter buys here, this is your buy entry. You don't have to wait for the scalpers, but I'm not going to enter that today because I need to get a sell move, perfect one to swing. Alright, so that's it on Crash 500. Buy is on to there, and we will wait for some sells, perfect sells probably from that level to come with enough momentum to break this support. What is holding us to enter sales is because of this support level right here. That's it. Let's now head over to Boom 1000. Now Boom 1000, I think I should close this entry that I was still in. The reason being that we were looking for this sell move, but now it has broken that level right there. It has broken that level. This is what, H4, yeah. Remember what I told you last week, that we had two levels of entry for sales. Now the first entry was here within this fair value gap. This is a daily fair value gap. If I can go to daily, you'll see that was our entry when price reacted to it. Right there we sold, we made some money and moved out, but then I left one entry there hoping that it's gonna continue swinging down below. And now I can see we are in floating losses, even though we know according to daily we still need sell. In fact, it's gonna sell again, and today I started as a sell. It's gonna sell again. Looking at where CCI is reaching the retracement level on CCI level, we know that it's gonna continue. It's likely to continue selling. According to weekly, we already want sells. According to weekly, we already want sells. According to daily time frame, we need buys. That's for sure what we see there. So what is that I'm missing? Let me see. Yeah, H4, we need sells. Why? Because we had that change of character. That's why we've been looking for sells to give us this pullback all the way here, grab liquidity to the support, to that down this support level here, and then get in with buys according to daily and continue with buys all the way up there. So for now the sales are still on according to H4. Oh sorry, I did not change the name. This is Boom 1000. This is Boom 1000. So H4 we need sales, H1 we need sales, M15 we need sales. So if we need sales on M15, why can't we look for some entry? Okay, so if we need sales on H4, but then it has given us that breakout and it is above our 10 MA, it's gonna be crazy for us to look for some sales. So I see something significant here. I see that M5 is gonna buy, now M5 is going to buy, but it's likely not to break this level right above there. So according to M15, the buyers are going to come, but if these buyers break that level, then we will continue buying. If they break this bearish OB right here, then it will continue buying, but it's likely to fail. It's likely to fail. So I have two levels like that. This is gonna be my anticipation on boom 1000. Then we continue like that, or reach that OB, test it immediately, then drop down for sales all the way back inside this this level right here. So for now, the buy is on. For now, the buy is gonna come on as a retest pullback. Then according to M15, if it breaks this OB, then it will continue buying. But according to H4, it's likely not to break it. It's likely going to drop down for the sales. So what can we do? Nothing. We cannot do nothing here. I'm going to put my stop loss now right there. Right there. That's gonna be my stop loss right there. So now no business here. I will wait. If price comes there and breaks that OB, it will take me out. If it is meant to sell, then it's not going to. It may not even reach that OB. It may come around. This level here and then drop down again for the sales to actually go all the way down below. So that's it on boom 1000. No business with it right now. But I've shown you that according to M5, the buy is gonna come right onto this OB, as we can see it right here. The buys are gonna come. So anytime from now, it's gonna spike. It's gonna spike. If it fails to spike from here and drops down, then it won't go beyond this level. It won't go beyond that. But it's likely to spike from there. There are 90% chances of it spiking from here to give us that kind of a buy that we need. Alright, that's it on boom 1000. Let's now head over to boom 500. Boom 500. So on Wednesday, we had this analysis according to, we first go to H4. When price broke, in fact, let's start from daily time frame to show you where this started from. When we had this heads and shoulder, we knew that it's going to continue selling, and of course we had made money all the way from there. If I can put my history, you'll see that that is our entry. This was a signal I gave to the VIP guys, I believe, for this sell, and we took our profits before it broke this level. I left one entry that I took, that I moved out, that took me out with profits, my SL in profits, I think on Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday. Let me see, this is Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. It was Monday. Yeah, it was Monday. So yeah, moved out, and then retested, started to play games. But remember, it had already broken our neckline level according to heads and shoulder. Remove this history. According to heads and shoulder, it had already broken the neckline. So that was the candle that broke the neckline, daily candle. Now gave us a retest day there, and then continued to drop. Apparently it has hit our first TP there, but it's still headed to our general TP, our last TP, which is this level according to the heads and shoulder strategy. So right about now I'm going to first delete these. I have not deleted them. Then delete these. This was the analysis on Wednesday. We thought it would break. We had said if it breaks that, then it will be looking for that level, the breaker broke. When it broke that level to later drop, so it did not reach that level, so it actually reacted there and dropped immediately. So these are no longer necessary. You can also delete them. Delete that. The reason why we were looking for that is because right here it had given us a change of character according to H1 and the buy was on. Did we enter any buys that day? Not really. Not really. We missed that, but I entered that sell all the way here after it had tested that level. I don't remember if I shared this signal though. I think it was. I think I shared. No, it took us out. Yeah, I've remembered. Before I delete this, let me first delete that, and let me remove history. I show you this. I've remembered we made a loss. It took us out as a liquidity hunt, as a stop hunt, sorry. This is what happened. Those who are on VIP, you guys remember this. So we had made our first entry right around there. This is where the loss was. So we made our entry right there, first went into profits, then pulled back. We added another entry, then pulled back to our stop loss. Our stop loss was tight above here. So after it taking us out, it immediately dropped like crazy. I made my other entry to recover when it went below our 10 MA, that level, that just below that moving average. So you can see it hit our TP. That was our TP where we wanted it to reach according to our setup, our trade setup on that day. So today we have to look at how to recover this, because I don't think I gave this other entry to recover this. I don't remember. So the only way we made money on Wednesday actually was gold. So right now let's delete all this, remove history, and now let's look at what happened. What is happening now in the market. So we saw that drop moved and broke the structure right here to give us a new lower low apparently. So we delete that, and let's now head over to H4. So apparently we have reached a new support right there where we are. Okay, so today has started as a buy kind of day, but it is having low momentum. So I'm anticipating consolidation as we speak. I'm anticipating consolidation before it continues to sell. So remember, according to H4, this is a break of structure right here. So it is likely to react all the way back here before it continues. This is a break of structure right there. So if I zoom in, that will be a break of structure. So we know price is gonna come there. It can easily even go all the way up there to grab some liquidity around that fair value gap. So now, most of the times I love to do that, but also I can confirm even more using my fib tool. So if I use my fib tool, it will clearly tell me that, yeah, there's liquidity there on that fair value gap, and it is in premium zone, or it is in a supply zone. So we know that price is likely to look for that. Now if it does that, then we'll be ready for the sell momentum to break this support, because we need momentum to break this support here perfectly to drop and come into this level right within here. So how can we buy now? Since we've seen that now it's gonna buy, can we do the buying? Let's work with that. Let's see, H1 is looking for buys. Okay, even H4 is looking for some buys. Okay, so what is happening on M15? M15 is also looking for some buys. So why can't we enter? All right, let's now answer those questions. Okay, so I see the order block where this heavy buy momentum started from according to M15, so I know it's gonna come to look for this liquidity here. It's gonna come to balance this liquidity. So before I can enter some buys, I'm gonna wait for price to come to this level. I'm gonna wait for price to come for this level, and as I'm waiting for price to come to that level, I can sell it. Can I sell it? Yes, I think on M5 I can sell it. That is scalping. Yeah, I think it is having that, and meaning you can take your TP around this fair value gap on M15. There's a fair value gap there, but also there's that order block. So there's a lot of liquidity that is left here. The price has to first mitigate before it continues with the buy that we need according to H4 to go all the way up there to grab liquidity onto the breaker block. So for now, no business. Sales are the business. If you want to sell, go ahead and sell. You can sell right here because it is the business that you can do, knowing that right here you have some resistance. So the sales are being activated by that resistance to drop down, grab liquidity here, and then get enough momentum to break that resistance right about there, and then continue with the buys. So we sell now, then buy later, around probably in the New York session. This is not Forex, but around 4 p.m. when the new H4 starts around 3, we are likely to get in with buys. So for now, the sell is on. The sell is on. This is boom 500. I would have entered right here to have a tight stop loss right here. So if I enter now a sell, it means I'm gonna have to put my stop loss all the way there. So let me see if it makes sense for me to sell now. I see if I can get a 1 to 2, then I will be able to enter it. Yeah, not really. Almost a 1 to 2. Almost a 1 to 2. That means if I'm to enter now, I'll put my stop loss above my 10 MA here. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm gonna enter my sell, and I'll put my stop loss just above my 10 MA right there, to have at least a 1 to 3 or 2 risk to reward ratio. That is 1, that is 2. So if I want a 1 to 2, I would take my profits right there. But let's see, a 1 to 3. A 1 to 3 doesn't work. 1 to 3 doesn't work. So a 1 to 2.5 is what works. Alright, so I will go with a 1 to 2, meaning I'm gonna have my TP level right there. That's what I'm gonna take my TP, and I will call it a day. If it comes there, I'm willing to risk that much there. All right, so that's it. We've entered a sell on Boom 500. Hopefully it's having enough momentum to break this previous low and drop down for this TP of ours. So that is our signal, our first signal of the day. Boom 500 sells. Then later, probably in the next H4, we will be coming in with buys, hopefully. Or we might first consolidate, then later buy. So that's it. Volatility 25S. Vol 25S. Alright, so Volatility 25S, what were we looking for? Okay, this we made money. Those were on VIP. No, not this, not that day. That was a previous day. So what we needed on Wednesday was price to react there, and then we drop down for the sell. That is what we wanted. Those who remember, this was Wednesday. This is Thursday. Yesterday this was Wednesday. We wanted price to get back there, and then we drop with it with a sell. We never made that. We missed that signal, and then it dropped, but shortly it did not hit the target that we needed. So we were lucky. Yes, we missed that money, even though we never hit our TP. Yeah. And now let's look at today, what is happening in the market. So delete all that for now. Let's go to H4. So what is happening? Let's first go to daily. So we dropped with it there. We have a change of character now. And is it a change of character or a break of structure? Right there. Alright, so zoom out a bit. We still need sells. Go to weekly. We need sells. So what is not happening? Alright, so this week has been a sell so far, and even the day has been, even daily we've been selling. So why are we seeing this pullback? Why are we seeing that pullback? What did the market leave back that it has to first go again up? So I see this according to H4. I see that is a support, and we see rejection here from sellers, from buyers, rejection of price. And now we see, after doing that, it drops down again to give us a double bottom, meaning momentum of buyers increasing after this move. You can see now our current H4 has started as a strong buy candle. You can see it we can see that because it didn't leave any wick or any shadows or any whatever you want to call it. There's no wick of the candle there. So that shows you how strong this H4 momentum is currently. So it's now drop again. It's now okay. Leave that for now. Let's delete this. Delete that also. Let's now drop to H4. So we see that it has reached that OB on H1, and let's now drop to M15. M15, what are we seeing? We're seeing the change of character here. That was yesterday. Actually today morning gave us that change of character, and then came tested that liquidity OB right there. and then immediately started to swing all the way up. Now we have ourselves a break of structure right here. We have ourselves a break of structure. Up there we have a resistance according to that. So we know that it's going to drop again. Why? Because it gave us a break of structure here, and it cannot go just like that without giving us a higher low. So it's gonna come again to give us a higher low. And in fact we could use, okay, let's remain with that. We could use this last OB there, but I will use the other one, so for now let's use that. So we know it's gonna drop, but on it dropping, what did it leave all the way up there so that it needs to first grab? Okay, so that's what I need to understand. If this is a strong support that price has failed to break it, that means there's something that it needs to first grab up there, some liquidity, because this is where we see a change of character according to daily time, H4 time frame. This is where we see the change of character, where we saw the reversal from in to start selling, and we got our lower low, lower high, then lower low, then lower high, lower high here. Now this is a change of character on H4 right there, that is our change of character, and then drops, grabs liquidity, and now this is a strong H4 candle. Now it may not immediately break this level according to M15 just like we've seen. It is going to drop here at least to a 61.8 fib retracement, something. It's gonna come around here, and then we will get ourselves a better entry to buy this and probably break that resistance on H1 and then continue buying. Now the reason I'm still on this asset trying to analyze it is I want to understand. All right, now I see it. So this H4 right there is gonna be our destination, it's gonna be our target. Now within that H4 there's gonna be an H1 OB. It's gonna be an H1 OB, and I see that right there. So if I see it, it means price is likely to go to that H1 OB and then drop, but also reminding you that it can as well go above it, grab the stop losses all the way up there, and then it drops just like we need. So our entry for the sales are gonna be coming from there, and these will be our swing trade level. That will be our swing trade level. So for now we can only anticipate that according to M15 a drop, and then we buy later. A drop, then we buy later. All right, so that's it on V25S. I've said a lot, but it will make sense when you start to see it happen in the market. Right now it doesn't make sense if you haven't understood SMC, if you don't understand smart money concept. But if you do, then you know what I'm talking about, then you know what to wait for. V75. Let's now talk about V75. Right, so V75. First let's go to the boom 500. Now we know it's gonna drop, it's gonna continue to drop. So congratulations those who entered. So we are in some money there. All right, so V75. Just a minute. All right, so V75, let's start from Wednesday. So Wednesday we wanted a pullback there, it never happened, but it dropped just like we needed. So the perfect entry I wanted did not come through the way I wanted it, so that was enough for me not to make an entry. So it only gave us that pullback to that, left liquidity there, left whatever there, so I was unable to enter that because it did not work according to what I wanted and what I anticipated, so I did not enter that. But it went all the way to all our 3 TP levels. The first one was here. Of course, if it had gone there and we entered, that was our first TP level, second TP level, and our third TP level, which was hit yesterday. It was hit yesterday, as you can see. So now all this, they are no longer necessary, we don't need it. So delete all that. So when it hit that, we had anticipated buys from here to get all the way up there according to H4. Why? We had a change of character there, and now it dropped to look for that liquidity. So apparently price is above our 10 MA according to H4. That's when we need buys, and even the signal coming in from CCI and RSI is a buy. Looking at what we have on the daily time frame though, we started as a buy, but now we are sort of getting rejected. So according to weekly, we need sells. So it's quite crazy. I'm going to wait for this H4 probably to close for me to start anticipating some buys, but as I'm doing that, I want to first know what is happening on lower time frame. It will tell me what I need to know exactly. So yeah, looking at M15, yeah, I'm selling, although I may change into buying later in just I'm gonna have that OB. This is where this buy momentum started from, right there, to continue like that. So I'm gonna have that OB. If price breaks this OB, then I can think of selling, but it's likely not to break it. It's likely to give me the buy move to break that level, to break this whole level right there, right there. So resistance level right there. So if price breaks that level, then you know the buys are coming in strongly for a swing move. So for now, I cannot enter a sell now. I can only wait for price to react back to this level. I don't see why it will go all the way down here. It did not leave any fair value gap unattended to. I don't think it can come for this OB. But we are not market makers, we are market followers. So if it decides to come for that OB still, we can follow that. But I won't be following it to sell. I would only wait for buys, because this asset will be looking for buys for now. So there's no other structure that we can work with unless no, not really. This is weird. It all becomes weird. that becomes weird. Wow. Okay, that's weird and crazy to see. We're on the support, so since this is a symmetrical on the support, it's a symmetrical on the support, so that can give us buys, but knowing in mind that symmetrical can break either side. They can break going down and they can break going up, so it's not something that you can fully work with here. And the buy is on as I speak, and the buy is on. It can either break there or break this whole thing and continue. So for now, no business. Let me wait for that M15 to close and see if it is going to give me some entries right here for the buy, or if it is going to come all the way down here. All right, so that is enough on M15, I mean on V75. Remember here, this is a change of character according to M5 right there. So yeah, have that in mind. All right, J50. Today we are very late. I started late. All right, so J50, where did we stop at? Pullback there, it happened late. That pullback that we needed to later drop into sells. This was Thursday, Wednesday. We needed that kind of a move right there. So first did this, gave us a fake breakout here, then did the move that we needed, and then dropped for the sell to give us a breakout onto that support. All right, so what do we do now? So we never entered this. We never made any entries on J50, but now we see that breakout onto that support, and now it has come again to this other one. So still not an asset I can try to trade now. Go to daily. What do we need? We needed that, and then a drop. That was a breaker broke. It did that, and now it needs to continue dropping, but it is failing to break this support on H4. Down here we have another point of interest, which is a daily OB, which can be very significant. According to daily, we still need to drop with sells, so okay, we want to drop for sells until we are ready for them on H4. So apparently, according to H1, the signal coming in is a buy, but according to H4, our price is still below our 10 MA, but it has no enough momentum to break this level, this support. So all I can do is now wait for price to break this support, and I enter sales immediately without waiting for a pullback or a retest. That is it. Wait for sales right here to break, and then enter immediate sales after the breakout, or go to M15. If M15 is selling, is it selling? Not really. We wait for M15 to sell. We wait for M15 to start selling perfectly. Once it starts selling, then we enter with M15 to sell, knowing that it's going to eventually break that support. So according to M15, it's gonna come here and then continue with a buy. I don't know either there. What is this? Let's go back to H1. It was a support on H1 and H4, so we don't need it for now. Okay, so go back to M15. Let's look at, it has already reacted to that breaker broke. Has already reacted to that breaker broke, so why would it go back? Okay, so it's gonna come here, then come back there, and hopefully it will fail to break it right there, and then we will come in with our drop for the sell. All right, so that is what I can anticipate now according to this asset. According to this asset, J50, that is something I can work with. Buys first, then later we sell to drop down to again this support. That is J50 for us there. All right, let's now go to J25. All right, J25, the analysis was for it to reach there and then we drop down. That was on Wednesday. We wanted it to drop down, so it started to drop down immediately, but it has a low momentum, so we wanted to grab liquidity to that fair value gap. Is it a fair value gap or it's a fib retracement? It is a fib retracement level, so this is what we are looking at, price coming to that. It's a fib retracement level 61.8, having given us that change of character. So now what is it going to take? According to what we see some sort of a pattern that is being created as we speak, but it hasn't given us another low. So we have a support, a resistance up there. We have no support yet to work with, so we can wait for it to be created. If I go to H1, it is dropping just like we need. We know that we will be buying when price reaches here, but it has low momentum, so we cannot sell it even. So if I go to M15 and zoom out a bit, I see that buys are on according to M15. According to M15, why are the buys on? Because of this support on M15. That's why the buy is being indicated according to CCI to go up to that trend line again. Okay, so that's understandable, so we can understand that. According to M15, that's the reason why we need buys. That's the reason why we need buys. But can we enter them now? Let's go to M5. Yeah, I think we are going to enter them later, but the buy is on. We're going to buy according to M15 and M5. We're going to buy all the way up there to reach all the way to that trend line. So for now, no business. I will wait for, what can I wait for? I don't think it is even there to something to wait for. Maybe M15 to be above my 10 MA. But until then, M5 is sort of in clear for us to sell, to buy now. M15 is not clear yet. I need it to be above my 10 MA for me to make that final decision to buy. So that's why I cannot enter now, but yeah, I cannot enter. I will have to wait for M15 to be above my 10 MA. Okay, that is J25 for us there. I will leave it at M15. I will leave it at M15 because he's still playing games. So there's two scenarios here: price to give us buys according to M15, get back to that resistance trend line, or price to break this support on M15 and continue to drop. Of course, we have a confluence area in between here where it can first consolidate and play games, or break it directly and come to our point of interest according to Fib, and then we start to anticipate our buys from that very point of interest. So for now, I will leave it at that. Let's now roll to J10 and we look at it. This is our second last asset, J10. Alright, J10, I think I'm in a trade already. In fact, J10, don't wait. J10, don't wait. This is, I've been following it since Wednesday. Actually, I followed it today morning when I drew this, and I knew that it was continuing. So you have no reason to wait for the buys. You have no reason to wait for the buys. Now, I need to explain it a bit before I can show you why we need to make our entries now. So we've been looking for buys for quite some time. You can see that breakout, retest, buys, a higher high, higher low, buys. And when it was giving us a higher low, it gave us a falling wedge right there. And now we all know that a falling wedge, it gives a pullback. So it has given us a pullback there of one H1 candle. Now the current H1 candle started as a strong buy candle with the wick there. You can see rejection from buyers, that is strong buys coming in there. So that's why we need to enter buys. And knowing how we trade rising wedges, we know that this is our TP, our first TP, then our second TP is right there. That will be our second TP, but I normally love to go with our first TP, which will be there. So for now, I will be entering my buy, and I'll have my stop loss just below that H1 candle, and hopefully I can get at least a 1 to 2. If it is not a 1 to 2, I may end up moving out. All right, that is, yeah, at least a 1 to 2. I have at least a 1 to 2, so it is a good trade for me. I can stay in it. All right, so that's it. That's what I'm looking at, buys to reach there. Of course, the second TP, like I've told you, you can also measure it from this other move, right all the way from there to there. That will be your second TP to give you a 1 to 3 kind of trade. All right, so we know according to H4 we are looking for buys, but then okay, just a minute. According to this, we are strongly in a sell after this change of character here according to daily. So we wanted sells. Looking at price action and SMC, we needed sells. So price reacted to that and then dropped for the sell, but it failed to break this OB, which became a support. Now it went back into buys strongly. Looking at that kind of momentum on the buy move, it was a strong momentum, and currently we are still in it, and it has sort of touched that OB. Yep, it has touched that OB, daily OB there. We hope for a drop to actually get enough momentum and break this support here to come all the way to this other level down here according to weekly, which is a fair value gap now. So that's where we are at according to jump 10. So apparently we need buys, but then we are likely to come in with sells later or tomorrow or whatever or whenever, as long as it grabs liquidity there. So according to H4, we are still buying strongly, but we will be selling probably tomorrow or Saturday, or Sunday, but sales are coming in strong because the general trend according to daily time frame is a downtrend. After seeing this change of character right there after that. So no business currently with swings, but we can only trade it according to what we see here on M15. Our stop loss is quite big right there. Our stop loss is there. If it drops again and probably tries to look for this, we can still make another entry, but for now no business. I have my entry there, one entry. I cannot add any other now until I see another proper level to make another entry. All right, so that is on J10. We have our buys locked in. Let's wait for some profits, and now let's rush to gold and we call it a day. All right, so gold, yeah, this is where we made money on Wednesday. Those who are on VIP, you remember I gave you this signal, so we made money right there. And actually today morning hit my second TP. So yeah, that was our signal there. My first TP was there, moved out, then this other entry I left it for the second TP, which was there, and it was hit today morning. So that's how we traded that. Now it has even hit the third TP right above there. It has hit the third TP. Now that it has done that, I believe now sales are coming in. So let me first delete all this here. So let's go to H4. All right, so this move happened and this move is still on. Okay, all right. Let's go to daily. What is happening to daily time frame? Okay, all right. So daily, it has finished giving us a pullback. Did it reach our 61.8? Let's see. Yeah, it did actually. So according to daily, it actually came to that fib, the retracement level, the golden ratio there, 61.8, then started to reverse back into buys. So on H4 we see that we don't have a break of structure. It's only the week that broke structure. So now we are seeing price continue with buys. So if we go to H1, now we start to go deep into the SMC. So we clearly see a change of character, but then we have a resistance up there or the order block, and price is trying to break it, still failing. so far, still failing. Okay, go to 8-15. Let's now look into M15. M15, we see our change of character here. Then we see, is this a break of structure? Change of character, we see a high, we see a low, we see another higher high, then we see a low, then we see a break of structure right there, and then we see a high, a low, a high, a low there. And now we've gotten a higher high right there. So this is a lot of liquidity that was left back right here when it started this buy move right here. When it started this buy move, it left a lot of liquidity right here. So there's stop losses right here for those who made the buys here. There's a lot of stop losses right there. There's on that OB and even below this level, below that support. So are we going to see a down move? Are we going to see a sell? I believe so. On M15 the sell is activated, and clearly I cannot enter this because this is a break of structure. But if I zoom out, I will clearly see that we are onto that OB, and you can clearly see that it is labeled as a strong high, meaning price is not going to break it just like that. So price has reacted to that immediately, and it still has started to drop. I cannot enter now. Let me zoom in now. I cannot enter now until price does this again, goes back again to it and fails to break it according to M15. Then I will drop all the way down below, having your TPs there, and down below here. So if price doesn't go back and fails to break this resistance level, I cannot enter sales. So I need a structure like this so that I can come in with my entries for sell on gold. It may happen, let's go to H1. It may happen in the New York, I mean, or may keep consolidating even in the New York and then later sell in the Asian session during the night or early morning. So for now, no business with gold. All right, so we leave that and let's now wrap it up. Let's wrap it up and call it a day, guys. Remember that today is the second last day for the offer, the holiday makers class offer. So if you want it, make that decision today, but the offer ends tomorrow. So tomorrow is the last day to grab this offer. We will be starting on Monday. The class. All right, so crash 500. So we want something like that and we drop down. That's what we need according to crash 500. So it dropped back here. Okay, this could be good for me to make the buy entry. No, I think I have to enter this. This is a good entry for the buys. So I'm entering buys now, guys. I'm gonna put my stop loss right there, straight out. No thinking twice. I'm gonna be looking for that. I hope it is at least a 1 to 2. At least a 1 to 2. I don't want to make anything that I know I'm gonna be risking high. At least a 1 to 2. Yeah, that is at least a 1 to 2. Yeah, it has taken me out immediately. Sorry guys. Sorry, so that I'm out, so I cannot enter crash again. That is my one last shot about it on it today. I've moved out immediately. It has just spiked immediately. Let me see, why did it spike? It was above my 10 MA and I was looking at it as an inverted heads and shoulder on M5, but surprisingly it took me out immediately. Let me see. Okay, a new H1 has just started. Okay, I see now why. It is trying to make a wick. I see why it has taken me out. It's trying to make a wick. So let's see, if it breaks that, you don't have a shot to enter it. If it breaks that level, there, you have no business with it to enter buys. If it breaks this level right here, it breaks that level, you have no business with it to enter buys. In fact, you leave it alone. But if it fails to break it and goes above a 10 MA again on M5, then you have business with it to enter the buys. That will give you an indication it's gonna break here. It's gonna be giving you this kind of a TP, right here. This is what you'll be looking for. That is what you'll be looking for. But I advise to just take your profits on that resistance level right there. Don't go for the full TP there. Just go for this resistance and move out if you decide to enter. So for now, no business with it until it goes above our 10 MA. It has just taken me out immediately, so I cannot enter now until it goes above my 10 MA again and try to recover that loss that I've just gone through. Boom 1000. All right, so I said we will be looking for buys, and the spike happened, even though it did not happen where I had anticipated, but it happened to this OB right there on M5 and M15. The spike happened on M15, and now the buy move is on to take us there, hopefully. But remember, this is a break of structure. So that is a break of structure on M15, so it is going to sell again. If it sells again and breaks this support, then we have entries to continue selling. But if it does not break this support when it is selling again, then it will react to it and go back to the buys. Yeah. Please mark what I'm saying. Sometimes I do not draw some of these lines to show you what I'm anticipating, but mark what I'm saying if you're going to be trading some of these assets. So it's gonna drop again according to M15, because this is a break of structure right there. It gave us a low here, but then it made this support. So it's gonna drop, and then it's going to first sell, and then either it will buy or it will break this support and then continue selling. If it fails to break this support, then it will continue, it will get into buy move. So for now, let's delete that. I have already other lines, no need for them. Boom 500. Yeah, it spiked after that break of structure. Now it is back into profits. Hopefully it's not going to be held up right here. In fact, right now you can, since it has given us that high lower high, you can now bring your stop loss right there. Since it has given us that higher low, lower high there. V25S, okay, the drop has happened. Remember, we want it to come here, then we can enter buys. That is our analysis on V25S. If it does not do that, we have no business with it. V75. It has given us a breakout and reacted to this other level, so I believe it is not using this, so I can delete this for now. Can delete that for now. So we wanted buys from this level, but can we enter them? I think we can. See if we have a, and now we wait for M5. Yeah, it's not yet. We cannot enter buys now. We wait for some more time. We give it some more time. What is this? J50. We need we wanted buys from here to give us that move, so apparently not yet, so we wait. We still wait, and no business yet. J25. Okay, price is above our 10 EMA, so why should we wait? This is not one of those that you can wait, but it is a strong asset, so I'm gonna use that and put my stop loss all the way here. No, all the way here. This is a strong asset. I cannot afford to risk much. I'll be looking for a 1 to 2. It will be enough for this asset. I'll be looking for a 1 to 2. Yeah. All right. J25. We've also entered J25. And J10. It is still playing games. We also entered buys there. So we need our TP right there, and our third TP, our second TP right about there. So we are still holding that buy also. And I think lastly is gold. So gold, I've told you it's gonna go up, and once it fails to give us a breakout there, then we will come in with sells. So that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. I think that's it for today, guys. Apologies for dragging this session, coming in late and dragging it all the way to this time, but I wanted to explain everything that I needed to explain. I hope Monday we'll be able to have our usual time respected. Otherwise, let me wish you guys a good day. Happy trading. Remember, the offer still stands till tomorrow evening, and Monday will be starting business. Let me wish you guys a good day. Happy trading, and of course, once again, Happy New Year 2026. Bye bye. See you Monday for the synthetic index. I'm likely to come in for the BTC analysis at 1. So those who love BTC will be back here at 10 minutes past 1 for the BTC analysis, the very first session of the year 2026. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.